This episode is brought to you by Naked Fig Soap. Shop over a dozen handcrafted artisan soaps locally sourced and made in Arizona using the finest non-toxic intentional ingredients. Naked Fig Soap also offers facial care products along with accessories like soap dishes, soap saver bags, and more.
Visit their website at nakedfigsoap.com and use code DRUMMINGUP, all one word, for 20% off online orders. And that is the best place to find her now.
Yes.
She doesn't really have a storefront so much as she has
As of right now.
Yeah, as of right now,
Yes.
she has her products in certain locations,
Yes.
which again is the best place to find her is at her nakedfigsoap.com website.
Yes.
Or her socials. Instagram is a great spot to find her. Ask her any questions where she's going to be at like a farmer's market.
Yes.
You can find all that out. Or
But coming up, she's
Yeah.
moving to bigger and better opportunities.
Yes, absolutely. And we're very happy to hear that because,
Yes.
we just want to
She's
make
one
sure
of our
she's doing
favorite,
okay.
favorite companies.
Oh, yeah. Whenever we're getting low, we always place our order.
Yes.
And again, use that code drumming up,
Yes.
all one word, to get that 20% off discount.
For sure.
nakedfigsoap.com. It'll be in the show notes. We'll have her website. And then the best thing to do is from the website, go find her socials, follow her. That helps her. And by you doing that, it helps us because we know you're listening and we know you're buying her great products. She also offers tattoo care and everything too.
Yes,
so
she does.
Just a ton of stuff that she does. It's all locally made and everything. So what was that website again?
That is nakedfigsoap.com.
Using code drumming
Drumming
up,
Up.
all one word, for 20% off at checkout.
Hi there, this is Julian of Gorad, and you are listening to Drumming Up Conversation. Hell yeah.
Drumming up conversation. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Conversation. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Conversation. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Conversation. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Conversation. Yeah.
Hey, this is Jeff Bowders, and you are watching the Drumming Up Conversation podcast.
Hello and welcome to Drumming Up Conversation. I'm Justin Wood.
I'm Andrea Wood. Intro and outro music is provided by Arizona prog metal band Temporal Displacement. You can find their music anywhere you listen to your favorite music. So don't forget to check them out and follow them. You can email us at drummingupconversation@gmail.com. And you can find us on Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube at Drumming Up Conversation, and on X at Drum Conversing. You can listen to our podcasts on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can also watch the video version on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe, support, rate,
Yeah, like
review,
I'm still getting over a cough.
5 stars.
Yeah.
God, do I have to carry this whole thing?
So we're doing a quick intro. We had
Yep.
Chloe and Matt on the night before Thanksgiving, but we just kind of went right into it. So we figured we'd do a quick intro, go over kind of what we did since then. So
Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving holiday.
yeah,
We did.
we did. Yeah, it was
Actually.
good.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. And then we went to, because we always are busy, we
Mm-hmm.
went to we worked a half a day on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and then went and ran some errands, got the new Dream Theater CDs, DVDs, all that good stuff, which was awesome. We got to watch that while we are getting things ready for Saturday. Did some
Mhm.
shopping because
Visited our friends at Spooky Swirls.
Spooky Swirls, yeah. And after that, yeah, we went home, put the Blu-ray on, watched that. That was cool. While we were cooking, getting stuff ready for Saturday, because Saturday, I'd say morning, afternoon, we went to the Terror Trader event, which was awesome. As we are getting there, because we're going to meet our friends Robert and Nicole. As we were parking, because we thought they were going to meet us a little later, as we were parking, actually, they were pulling into right around the same spot. And
Yeah.
so that was fun. So we hung out with them the the whole day, except for a couple moments where they were waiting in one line. We went and waited in Tyler Maine's line.
Mm-hmm.
He was super cool.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, really nice guy. I was wearing my Dream Theater shirt, and he came over. He's like, "I love your shirt, man," and all that, and just very personable,
Mhm.
very nice, very kind, and just seems like a really good dude. He didn't have like any handlers or anyone like no any middlemen or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
you usually get at these things, we're like, okay, well, just wait here, and it was just really really cool and casual.
Yeah.
And then we had the wrestling event that night, which was really good too.
Mhm.
So it's a mystery person that came out at the end of it, but yeah. And we had Ian and my coworker Aiden over,
Jeff.
Jeff, my name Jeff, and it was a lot of fun. And the kid, of course,
Yeah.
she stayed for the whole thing. The other ones left about halfway through.
Yeah, they missed out on all the really good
There were
stuff.
really good matches
Yeah.
after they left, but it was a good night. A lot of good matches. So
It was very exciting.
yeah,
They were very exciting matches.
yeah. So it was a lot of fun. So that's another one of our busy weekends, and then we have another busy weekend coming up. So, but we'll go ahead and get into the episode. So
Yeah.
enjoy,
I
everybody.
don't, I had one last night.
No,
Oh, sweet.
I love Frenchies, but I don't ever want to own one.
I feel the same exact way.
It's like English bulldogs too.
Yep.
And there's headphones if either of you want headphones. We only have the third set though, so
That's my headphone.
Yeah, no, you can have them. Oh, you don't have.
I don't know how much difference they'll make for
it turns
like turn.
other way. No, so
I
there
can't.
you go.
All right. Thanks. I'm glad you're here. This is why I don't. This is why I don't have.
Grenache,
Grenache, hold on, baby. Grenache.
Grenache, baby.
Leave it. Leave it.
Grenache,
Leave it.
Grenache.
I'm gonna give it back. I'm just gonna get it untangled.
Those that if we can.
Out. That's my hand you're biting, not the toy. There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
The crackle of a Christmas fire.
Smacks.
Check.
Which one's the? Oh no, actually no, it's coming from mine. Sorry, that's. Damn it, it's doing that again.
Well, hopefully we can
Funny.
redo everything.
Yesterday at the show, the basis for Gorguts did the mic checks for death, and like he's like in Gorguts, so you think he'd be like crazy, and he got on the mic, he's like, and checking the vocal, like, checkity check. Like he was just so calm about it.
I was telling Shelly this morning, the one whose husband works for Metal Blade Records.
Oh, did you tell him too?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, or go ahead. I'll let you.
I have slightly privileged
'Cause
information.
technically, this probably can't be on the podcast.
Oh, recording. So
Are-
we'll wait.
Microphone's on?
Yes.
And this part out.
Because I don't hear Chloe.
Yeah,
through the-
Turn yours on. It's on the top there.
The only reason I say that is
There we go.
she has a friend that works for a label that's
I have
that's gonna help us with
husband
them.
works for a label.
There's gonna get us some cool inside stuff before it's released. So all you gotta do is edit this part out, and we can tell you. But unless it's
I
too
can
late.
pause it.
We can tell you.
All right. So as you can see in here, we are joined by Matt and Chloe.
Yay.
Always
now
a
it's-
pleasure.
Now it's two things: Fear Frontier and the Spirits
Yeah.
of the Bordello. So
Yeah, I mean, technically, Fear Frontier is the umbrella term for both. So technically, I consider them the same thing. But we got the Goldfield Ghost Tour and Spirits of the Bordello, and then Fear Frontier is just the family.
So yeah. So how have you guys been? How's it been having both?
It's exciting. It's fun. I'm very interested in seeing where it goes. It was very fun when we kicked off. I'm like, wow, new thing, new business, new opportunities. And it's like, wow, responsibility. And it got kind of stressful, but it's we're getting into that season where everybody from out of state comes into Arizona, and we're seeing Mondays now make what Saturdays used to make. So soon, yeah. So now soon Saturdays will be like incredible, and then like what we're like, wow, that was a good day. That'll soon be a slow day. So it's building and it's good. It's exciting. And then this weekend, literally Thanksgiving weekend, this should be like the threshold of when it really amps up. So it's exciting, but it's exhausting. There are no days off, even when you're off. It's just I don't think I've woken up yet to not having a text of somebody asking me a question of some kind. Yeah. And then Chloe here, she's very good at jumping into the Fear Frontier group chat and like putting out the fires when I
Yeah.
can't.
Well, most of the time when he's, sleeping and about to wake up and people are getting into the group chat with concerns and stuff, I'm already awake because I just got off of work. And so I just jump in there and handle things. I sort of operate as HR/IT. So
Yeah.
whenever people are like, I can't make it in today, I'm like, who's going to be on standby to cover the shift?
Yeah, which is cool because people seem to be excited to do it. We've never had anyone say no or complain about coming in. Um, it's one of those jobs where you're gonna have fun even if you're tired. Like it's just fun.
Yeah.
It's just hanging out with friends for a living.
Huge shout out to our team because they've honestly
Yeah.
very much impressed us with their skill and their learning and just how excited they are to do the job,
Very cool.
which is
Yeah.
really
It
awesome.
was really cool.
Yeah, because last time we had you guys on, you hadn't really started it yet.
Yeah, I remember that. It was very scary. Wasn't sure what was going to happen. We were looking for people, and we put together a crew of misfits that really seemed to understand the gig. Um, really misfits, like we're like the island of misfit toys, but we all band together and save Christmas. It's a thing. So yeah, it's working so far.
My favorite
But-
part of the job is whenever Matt has like an issue. The other day our register kind of went down and he's like, and it was my day off, and he's like, I can't get the register to work. Like, can you come down here and check it out?
Actually, you volunteered.
I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say she volunteered to come down.
Like, do you need me to come down and check it out? Like, I'm already on my way.
I'm like crying emoji. Yes.
But he told the girls that he was working with that I was coming down, and the girls were like, "Oh, we're gonna see Chloe," and I was like, "You guys see me like once every 2 weeks," but they love me.
Everybody
so.
loves Chloe. Yeah, so that's the thing that's cool. Like everybody loves everybody. Everyone's happy to see everybody. It's really cool.
Did you want to tell everyone who the names are of the employees?
Yeah,
or-
sure. So if you come down to see Fair Frontier's new daytime attractions, Spirits of the Bordello Haunted Brothel Tour, because you're used to seeing me, and then of course, Michael's been there since the beginning. You probably know Riley from the podcast and seeing him around on the weekends. Now though, we've got Star, we've got Amelia, we've got Sonia, so three new ladies that.
No. Amelia's been there all along. Alyssa.
Did I say Amelia?
You
Yeah.
did say Amelia.
I was
like that
thinking no,
Amelia?
I was thinking Amelia because when I said the weekends, I'm like, well, we can't forget Amelia who rocks Friday nights. So my apologies. Star, Alyssa, and Sonia are the new faces that you can see in the daytime. Soon to be on the nighttime tour as well. So in fact, you can see them there now, but leading potentially someday soon. And in the daytime, yeah, Star, Alyssa, Sonia, new faces, rocking it.
And we've met Alyssa
Like-
and Sonia, right?
Yes.
Is that who we met?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you guys have met Star
I don't
yet.
think
so.
so.
Yeah, and they each bring a unique personality. Like they all have a different vibe, a different characteristic. They even dress differently and have different personas that sort of are their own touch of what they bring to this spooky brothel tour. It's a lot of fun to see. And you can catch Chloe sometimes on the night too. Not that long ago, Chloe was on a nighttime tour, and I was shocked that she jumped into the tour without me knowing. I turned around during one point and expected to see Mike.
We were there, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the one you were at.
Yeah.
And it was her, and I was like, "Oh, hi!" Like that was a genuine surprise. That was not planned. That was not planned. So when I turned around expecting to see Mike's mug, and then I see Chloe, I legitimately was like I was caught off guard, and she rolled with it. I rolled with it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Matt's,
Even we don't know what to expect on our tours.
Fold from the back.
Yeah.
Matt's sweet, and he's like, if I was to ever have someone else run the night tour or like guide the night tour, I think you would be a great candidate. And I was like,
You
too
impressed
bad.
me.
I would never do that.
I don't know that you would never do that.
Well, I would, but the thing is that then we wouldn't ever see each other at night because
That's
I'd be
insane.
Well-
when you weren't.
She's like, if you're not working, I don't want to be.
I'll say I
working.
might be at home doing something important, like playing a video game or something, and then you are making the bacon. No, because seriously, no, because she also, without planning, told a personal story as one of the ghost stories, and it was really amazing. Everyone was captivated, and like I come in because there's one point where I leave the tour and come back. I come back and she's like mid-story. Mike just pulls me aside and he's like, bro, she is killing it. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm not talking. I'm not interrupting her. Let her cook. It was really good. And I'm like, if you could do the whole tour that way, like that would be amazing. Like,
Convinced that it wasn't for my love for animals and my love for veterinary medicine and especially emergency, I would love to work for Matt.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone was implying when he first opened the new tour. They're like, you should hire Chloe because then, like, you know, you don't have to stress about like paychecks. Like, if she gets her paycheck late, no big deal. And I was like, I love you, but I can't do that. But
but you can sometimes.
I can do that sometimes. But we've got an incredible team that really pulls together and has felt like a family from day one.
Good.
Having
really has.
employees. How's that been?
It's trippy, but it's really cool. I'm never going to feel like a boss per se, which is cool because it'd be very easy to forget that I'm your boss because I'm more just like their buddy that like has ideas and occasionally says we should do this, but they treat me like a boss even though I'm not really acting like one all the time, and that's actually really cool. So another shout out to the crew. I'm amazed at how much like we goof around, but then when it comes time to actually like respect, get stuff done, kind of listen to what I guess is an authoritative figure in the situation, I'm always amazed, like, wow, they actually act like they got some respect for me, which is really cool because it would be very easy to forget that.
Respect my authority.
Well, it's funny too because like I'm Matt. Everyone calls me Matt. I never demand to be called Mr. Mason or whatever. Like I'm
For
yeah,
frontier.
yeah,
That's
Mr. Frontier to you. Like no, like it's just it's a lot of fun. And they're goofy and like we'll talk just like we're buddies hanging out. But when it gets real, they get respectful, and I really appreciate that because I haven't even really asked them to. They just do it naturally, and it's really cool because someone has to steer the ship, and the way that they treat me like I'm steering the ship, even when even when I'm just like goofing around or don't know what I'm doing or just like trying new ideas, like it's really cool. So we have built a team that just magically works and gets the gig. It's cool. So that's fun. Yeah. I don't even know what else to say other than just thanks, guys.
Listening to this.
I'm gonna make them listen to this. So
Nice.
you
know who you are.
we're on camera, you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking
you're
right
on
at
camera.
you.
You
My pink blanket.
Didn't you get that in here?
I did.
Yeah, you just picked it up.
Because it
And...
gets cold in here. So
Yeah, 'cause
right
we
out
can't
of
remember. We
the-
can't control that.
Yeah.
The jackass doesn't leave us a remote.
And I was telling Chloe, we can get the adapter for a universal remote, but it's like the same cost of replacing it
expand.
together.
That's
So
a new one.
we'll just get a new one.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
Does it be easier than hardwiring it
But
in?
I don't know how to install one. Do you know how to install?
Fan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what's funny is
my keyboardist does.
in our crew, Star probably knows. Like Star can fix anything. Like she MacGyvers anything. It's amazing. Like
I'm
if something's
sure it's
broken,
a
she
thing.
fixes it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, how?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Honestly, if we're gonna talk about our new crew, I'm gonna give specific shout outs to everyone. Star can MacGyver anything. She fixes things like no big deal. She also is the one who makes the jewelry that we sell, which sells really well.
Did you guys have jewelry? over
Yeah,
there?
I didn't know you.
She might have just been starting to make
Yeah,
it. Now she has quite a bit. In fact, she even has her own jewelry making rack in the parlor now that like on when customers aren't there, she's making that. And
That's cool.
yeah, she does necklaces, bracelets,
keychain.
keychains. She started doing earrings.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and she's
Cute.
really good at it.
Like cute.
Does she have a store online or Instagram? Or
Not
anything?
yet,
Okay.
but
Let us know.
It's in the talks. There's all kinds of cool things in
Yeah,
the
man.
talks.
To have
So
her on with you guys sometime and talk
she'd
about
love
that,
to
too.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
no,
will be
she
in the
would love
bordello,
that.
then she can show stuff off and all
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sonia is our like top seller.
Yeah.
She can talk anyone into taking the tour.
Yeah.
She's
good.
great at that.
She's really good at acting disappointed if you don't too.
Yeah, she'll like
Like,
take
what?
it personal, but like
Like, what?
doesn't actually like she's
You don't
like
want to take my tour? After all that, you're not gonna take my tour? And like, I'm sorry, here's my money. It's really great.
like she's great at that. And then freaking Alyssa.
The little tiny creepy one.
Yeah.
The bouncy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that carries a doll around with her.
My height, and then she
Yeah. So I remember when she came out, she's bouncing around like, and who are you?
Yeah, no, it was funny.
first one to learn how to lead a tour out of all of the girls who
Yeah,
were brand new.
She
But she literally
has
just
really good memory.
one day she was like, I can do the spot number one, like I can lead the tour. And we were like, Are you sure about that? And then she aced it.
I will admit, because she might listen to this too, she probably will. I'll admit, I was surprised how quickly she learned it, and I was very proud when she did. But it was funny too, because like she's easy, and I mean this respectfully. I'll say she's easy to underestimate because she's like this tiny little person that seems bubbly, and you're like, are you gonna be creepy? But like the first day, like she grabbed a creepy doll and went outside and went up to two random strangers and went, you want to see a dead body? And I'm like, okay, maybe she does know what she's doing. So it was great. Yeah, she got him in too. They came in and did a tour. I remember that day. Like, yeah.
Well, because they probably didn't want to be the other two bodies.
Yeah, I know. They didn't want to disobey her or the doll.
Kind of scared of you.
Which is funny too, because the doll she carries is called Bun Bun. It's a little Victorian rabbit doll. And when she's on the tour, like when we're on tour together, I address as both. I never just say Alyssa. I say Alyssa and Bun Bun, or say you two, or you guys, or them, where those two are seated. Like I always talk to them in twos and in pairs, like a duo, which is hilarious. That wasn't initially planned. It just naturally started happening.
Was it the bunny that was on that bed?
Yes, it's an old Victorian rabbit
creepy
that
fucker.
a antique store practically begged me to take off their hands. So I'm like, okay, I'm sure this will work out fine, and it has. It's found a home, but I'm sure there's nothing evil attached to it whatsoever.
Well, we're happy to finally do a true Halloween
Yeah.
tour.
That was
Yeah.
Because we've only been there since it was always on a weeknight, and we just
Right,
couldn't go.
yeah, that's
So it
cool.
was the
Yeah,
first time that was
Halloween
on
was
Friday,
fun.
and yeah,
Mhm.
that was quite a tour.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Yeah.
Halloween always has this just special feeling to it. And when people come out, I mean, you can do anything on Halloween. So
Yeah.
to come spend it out with us on the frontier at Goldfield is amazing. I'm like, wow, like that always means something special to me when people like sacrifice part of their holiday to come hang out with us.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen a projectile thrown, so that
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah, and stuff like that's been happening. We've been having something throwing things in the mine. It's really weird.
awesome.
Yeah, it's great. In fact, if I may, I have a kind of a spooky story.
Oh, dude,
Because
yeah.
since Halloween night, things have been throwing things in the mine. And the other day, Star and Star's fiance came on the tour, and things were getting thrown around in the mine. I legitimately admit I thought it was Star's fiance, to the point that I was about to say something like, "Hey, man, appreciate it, but we kind of don't
not
do
what we
that.
do,
Yeah, it's not what we do." But he was also acting in confusion about to what was happening, like rocks being thrown. I'm like, maybe he's not lying. And then we go up into the bordello, and it happens again. A rock gets thrown, and I'm like, that doesn't normally happen in the bordello. And I'm looking right at him, like, was it you? But I didn't see him move. He's looking at a spirit box. He's reading it, and his other hand's in his pocket. I'm like, you'd have to be pretty quick to do that. So I'm like, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. Maybe it's someone else. So I start like repositioning myself on the tour so nobody can throw rocks. I'm like, all right, whoever's doing that, just stop. Then everybody leaves. Tour's over. Everybody leaves. It's just Michael and I. We're closing up. We're getting ready to lock up, and it happens again. A rock goes across the parlor. We hear it on the wood floor. And I'm like, I look at Michael. I'm like, was that you? He's like, of course it wasn't me. And I'm like, something's actually throwing rocks, and it's not them. So something really was throwing rocks. It was crazy.
So yeah,
Right.
when we were on that tour, we thought maybe it was the boys,
Mhm.
but
The bros.
yeah, the bros. but
because usually I have a suspect, but sometimes you rule it out.
But it
and
would
there's
have
no
hit one
there.
of them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's since Halloween, we've had something throw rocks about 5 times, and it never hits anyone.
Yeah.
It just lands near their feet or like behind them, and I'm like, that's pretty good accuracy for random strangers.
is it when it's
Why is
dark?
everyone's? It's always in the dark.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
why is somebody just suddenly randomly throwing rocks? I'm like, I don't think it is
And why does
somebody.
that happen on repeated tours?
Yeah,
Not
so-
like it's like
So there's something down there that's like, oh, the tour's down here, time to throw rocks. It's really crazy.
and they were
like,
so adamant of oh my God, Riley, please stay with us.
yeah.
And it's they were
the
like,
pros were like,
yeah.
Riley, bro, protect us.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's the thing too. You can tell when somebody's goofing around and when somebody's scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys are scared.
well, yeah, when a rock goes whizzing right by you and doesn't hit you, and you're like,
It happened to me too. I had one go right by me and hit the mine cart. In fact, I went and sat on the stairs once, and I'm like, all right, I dare one of you to throw a rock at me. And if you do, in fact, I literally was like, if you do, this tour is over right now because I ain't having it. But a rock did land behind me, and
Wow.
everyone freaked out. I'm like, maybe it's not you guys. Maybe, like, it's really crazy. It's been happening since Halloween.
Huh.
So yeah,
Interesting.
it's interesting.
yeah, huh, that's cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Did I interrupt you? Were you saying something before all that? Okay,
No.
that's good because I feel like we tangented, but it's a good tangent. But
You got anything?
besides ghost stories,
I have a question because I think the next one we'll do more music like we usually do. But
Yeah.
do you want to be on the Gracious to You podcast?
yeah, that'd be
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Because we're going to be on there on the 9th, and of course we're going to shout you guys out like we always do. But we were going to mention that
On the 9th of December. You said the 9th.
yeah, we're going to be on theirs on Tuesday afternoon. If you guys want to watch it while we're on.
No, yeah, that'd be sick.
Okay.
I have seen their stuff, and that's fun. I like that.
because they've had another ghost crew on, like
A
couple of girls that
girl.
do
Yeah.
a ghost tour in California or something. But
Nice.
we wanted to see if you guys would want to do it, and if you
Yeah.
will mention it and let them know that you'd be up
No, yeah, we'd be down. Yeah, let them know because that would be fun.
what's the date on that?
December 9th.
That's when we're on.
That's when they're on. So they're talking
Okay.
about them being on the 9th and then us booking potentially a future
Yeah,
future thing.
Just let me know what day it would be, and I could
Okay.
get it off.
Our
of work.
podcast just stopped recording,
Really?
What?
It's still recording. It's just
and our
completely
camera.
screwed up the camera.
Yeah, it's only showing like this much of me and Justin.
That's so weird.
Like
Yeah.
you're decapitated?
Uh-huh.
It's not done this before in the moment. So
Freaking Goldfield ghosts stay in Goldfield.
sorry folks watching, but we're having some technical
This is
difficulties right now.
interesting.
You know, decapitation was one of the most popular deaths for prospectors looking for gold at the Superstition Mountains.
That's gonna go into his speech in the mine.
Yeah.
He's gonna go into his mine
In
speech.
the 1890s.
Oh, this is really weird.
Yeah.
It's really dark behind us. And
It's
just-
coming from the one on the
yeah,
screen here.
Can you see me at all?
No, it's just us.
Oh,
two.
wow.
Yeah.
that camera.
Then I can.
It shows that it's on, but it's not on here.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unplug it
Somewhere.
and plug it in
Make
real
me
quick.
see
So
something.
talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Because
we don't have Okay.
listeners. So.
Hi, audio listeners. This is brought to you by Progressive Soup. I don't know why that audio matters when it comes to that, but
Maybe Matt's had a little too much whiskey.
no. I feel fine, but I was about to say I'm about to sip some whiskey that Justin gave me. It is a Copper City, that's all I know, whiskey. Copper City whiskey with Godsmack branded cubes in a Rambo branded glass. So that's the way we roll at Justin's.
Sponsored by not
And
none of them.
we're sponsored by none of it.
We just like them.
We're
so we mention
we're sponsored by Fear Frontier, the best ghost tour in the United States. Come check us out.
Have you guys watched Frankenstein yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes.
here we go.
Yeah. How is it?
Have you guys watched?
You not seen it?
Not yet.
Chloe,
We have differing opinions.
not that different.
Not like drastically different. Matt thought it was good.
Okay.
I am obsessed.
Really?
But I'm a huge fan of the original novel. And I think this one is very similar to the original novel with a little bit of obviously creative liberties. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
And I have one and only one complaint, and that is just it didn't, and it's not fair, but it just didn't feel wholly original. Now, I know that sounds weird because it's a Frankenstein adaptation, but what I mean is, while it's probably the best Frankenstein adaptation since the original, it's still just a Frankenstein adaptation. It's beautiful, it's well directed and paced. It's just Frankenstein. And I don't even mean that in a bad way. It's just if you go in knowing it's the same story you've seen 100 times on film, just very pretty and very Guillermo del Toro, then you're fine. If you like the visuals he puts into films like Pan's Labyrinth or Shape of Water, and you just want a Frankenstein story in that vision, it's exactly what you want.
Is he fat
But,
in it?
I disagree.
With what? With what I
You
said?
said.
Is the monster fast? Like his
Um,
movements faster than normal?
He does attack people with a lot of strength and quick movement, but he doesn't like run. He's
Okay.
not like the Flash or anything. But what is it you disagree with? Because I pretty like what. Well, go ahead and tell me what you're talking about.
I think there is a lot of creativity and uniqueness in the film, in its symbolism, in its smaller details. I think there's a lot that not the casual viewer might notice. But I think that Matt and I also have differing opinions when it comes to like certain things, because with Frankenstein I think novel, and with Frankenstein he thinks Universal monster. So I think we're coming from two different angles.
Well, the thing is, though, there's also a million adaptations. So if somebody's seen the story adapted 100 times on film and they didn't see anything new, that's kind of where I'm coming from. Other than visuals and how well the set design and stuff was, I didn't see anything that goes, now that is a new approach. I have not seen that redone. That didn't happen to me.
Was there a
I mean, that's
any
actually not,
singing in
that's
it?
not entirely true. No, but that's funny. There were scenes where the monster and like especially, in fact, this was some of her least favorite stuff. So she kind of has a point here because her least favorite scenes were my favorite scenes, and that was when the monster was being a monster, when he was wrecking stuff and he was killing people. I wanted more of that, and she was like, "Well, you want more of the monster movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, but that was the only time it started to feel like, hey, we're making something new." All the other scenes, I'm like, this is the 90th time I've seen this.
How was
Frankenstein has always been a monster, except for in the original adaptation of the novel. In the novel,
Well-
it humanizes him, and I think this is an example of him being humanized instead of being
There-
a monster.
Have we ever talked about like the universal monsters and the stages of life that they represent?
No, but I would love to. She's very unfamiliar with Universal Monsters. I'm obsessed with those. But before we switch gears, I will just say this comes down to opinion. This is absolutely subjective. This is not me saying I'm correct. I felt no emotion towards this Frankenstein whatsoever. They wanted me to, but they did not get emotion out of me. I felt 1,000 times more emotion for Boris Karloff. But this monster, I don't know. I also have a problem with modern film. I don't like the way they cast and direct modern films. Even Guillermo del Toro, as talented as he is, and I think that had something to do with it too. There's a bit of old soul in me that does not like the way, like, it did feel very modern. I could tell they want a modern audience to appreciate it, which on one end, a modern audience getting into Frankenstein, that's good, but it just didn't reach me the way that I think it was supposed to. But that is going to be a subjective thing.
Was it better than Nosferatu and
A
Yes.
million percent.
In fact, we both agreed on that, and I hate it because I love the original Nosferatu and I love Robert Eggers, and I was probably more excited for his remake adaptation of that than any film of the year. I was completely let down by it. And as somebody that sees the new Frankenstein as good but not amazing, it was better than Nosferatu within minutes.
I will
Within
also
minutes.
say that this is a good example of how me and Matt fight.
This is us.
I creatively disagree with you.
This is the type of argument where we will sleep in separate rooms. I'm just kidding. This is as heated as we get.
How was
it's-
Oscar Isaac?
Okay, the
Incredible.
performances are good. Even the monster is amazing. He didn't get emotion out of me, but
Was it a real
he
delivered
his-
person?
What's that?
Was it a real person or was it CGI?
It's a real
He's a real person. It's
Good,
makeup.
Good.
It's played by Jacob Elordi, I want to say, who's
Okay.
is weirdly like when I was a teenager, he was like the hot guy. So
Okay.
it was weird to see him in this role, but I think he did an incredible job.
But
Very
also the
emotional.
Here's the thing, though. He's still the hot guy, and that's what I mean. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with the monster being
fine,
no,
huh?
no, exactly. I have a problem with this new thing where every actor has to be a thirst trap. It annoys me. It annoys me. Monsters are supposed to be, especially the Universal monsters, scary but sympathetic. Except for Dracula. Dracula is the only one that and maybe Imhotep are the only ones that are maybe not sympathetic, and Imhotep is borderline.
Which
Dracula is the
Imhotep?
only one that's like I'm talking about the original.
Okay.
Because Imhotep, like, it's tricky, and I don't know if our audience watches movies from the 30s.
Who don't know, he's talking about the Mummy.
Yes, but because like, okay, so like the creatures from the Black Lagoon, the Invisible Man, Frankenstein's monster, they all have. And did I say the Wolfman?
No.
The Wolfman. They all have sympathy attached to them, and the Mummy or Imhotep, he just wanted life and freedom with his girl. Just even in the remake, they get that, but it's like, but Dracula might be the only one that's like, I'm a monster.
And I like the Brendan Fraser ones too.
I do too. In fact, there's a rumor there's a fourth one.
There
coming out.
is.
I have opinions on that. Time will tell. But.
Well, I mean, they did it with Indiana Jones, and I look at him like those as very much Indiana Jones adjacent.
Yeah,
Same kind of time frame.
Yeah. Same
yeah.
vibe.
In fact, when I was in 5th grade, I got to do a report on a movie, and I did The Mummy because it was current at the time, and I did a lot of comparing to Indiana Jones, which is cool because 5th graders actually knew what that was at the time. But yeah, that was a tangent. That had nothing to do with anything. My point was that was my weird way of agreeing with you. But did you want to get into Universal Monster talk, or was there? Because she hasn't seen them, but I'd be willing to get into whatever you were about to bring up.
Yeah, this is something that like Gilbert Gottfried brought up a while back because he's big into the Universal monsters, and it made sense that he said that a lot of the Universal monsters are like phases of life. Like Frankenstein is like being a baby and being born and not knowing what's going on, and then like the Wolfman's like when you're going through puberty. And then he said that oh god, what was like Creature of the Black Lagoon is almost like being an adult and like figuring out life and stuff like that. And then the Mummy's like death.
That's kind of funny.
And then Vampire or Dracula's like, rebirth or afterlife and stuff like that. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
It's interesting. Well, it's also not to bring this back to me per se, but do you remember me talking? What?
Nothing.
Do you remember me talking about a project I wanted to do? It was a series of TikTok videos, but it broke down the monsters in like almost like a book for kids, but it was like for angsty teenagers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Frankenstein monster was like, well, I never asked to be born, and like, the Invisible Man was like, nobody understands
that
me.
could be like high school. Where
So it was like I was tapping into it with that.
I remember this project,
and I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm trying to make it about how that subject matter, what you're saying, is accurate. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, absolutely, and I think that what Matt's talking about is he basically wanted to create a project or a series of videos that like sort of projected that same
ideology
phase of life, but also with the same like creating sympathy for these characters, which we touched on earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, which
and they are sympathetic, except for Dracula. He's a dick.
I always
Everyone
thought
else.
a fun vampire story would be, because vampires are always sexy and they always have money. But what if there was a vampire that was down on his luck and had to work like at Circle K at night because he can't go work during the day, you know?
I thought a blood bank would be better.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
it's cliche.
United Blood Service. Yeah, but he, like he's stealing on the job and stuff, and he gets busted for it and has to go to prison, and he can't go out during the day with the rest of
Dude,
You know,
Dracula in prison. That would be
real question is, can vampires feed on animal blood? Because I think it would be really funny to have a vampire who's an overnight emergency veterinary technician.
Just
That
trying
would
to
be
figure out
funny.
what to do with the bottle of whiskey.
I know, I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to
Matt's having
figure
a
out.
breakdown.
No, I'm
over
trying to
here.
figure out where to put this whiskey bottle.
Put the whiskey bottle. I'm out of wine, unfortunately.
Bro, I didn't bring any white in, so
Um,
Kind of derpy, but in the best way.
I know.
all right. So I missed some of the story thing you were talking about earlier.
we were about to get into a story idea, which
We are live.
oh,
I always think you don't have the headphones on because you can hear it through those.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah.
Essentially, I wasn't necessarily gonna bring this up, but like majority wanted to kind of hear it because I guess it was on brand. That you were saying, can vampires live off of
Animal blood.
animals? Which
Stu in Twilight.
I've only seen the first one.
I've also only seen the first one.
I've only seen none of them ever.
I
ever.
actually, okay, here's the thing. I actually watched the first one as a favor to prove I could to a friend to prove a point who I'm no longer friends with. I hate that person. So it's like, so Twilight ruins friendships. Not exactly, but
Books are good.
yeah, I'm going by the movie. I don't know anything about the books.
I have my personal opinions on the books, but I won't voice them.
They're better than the movies.
I will agree with that.
Yes. And Kristen, what's her name? She's not a great actress.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Bella.
she's
I
not.
forgot about her.
No.
Yeah. Well, she
She's
was
still around.
oh,
She's still doing stuff.
no, she's
I don't
Like-
remember.
busy with her girlfriend or something.
Just busy being a lesbian.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that. I don't follow any of it.
Subaru driver.
She's busy being a lesbian.
Yeah,
Stupid thing.
that's a full-time job. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about.
Just for vampire.
Yeah, I didn't know she was a lesbian. I didn't know she was anything. I forgot she existed actually until this very moment. I remember her last name. So anyway,
I can't
Right
think
on.
of it either.
yeah,
Stewart. Oh,
Keep
Kristen Stewart.
Stewart.
I have
wonder I
a
forgot
coworker
it.
named Kristen, and I kept wanting to say her last name, and then I was like, no, that's not it.
What are you looking for?
Essentially, though, just to, like basically, there is a story slash film that I did once think of that where the vampires did have to live off of animals because there was a blood disease going on in humans and it was too risky to feed on humans. So the vampires are essentially the ones that are pushed to the underground,
Over
and
here.
they basically they farm animals underground to live off of animals, and then they have certain crews they get together and go out at night and rob hospitals for fresh blood. But there's only so much they can steal that they farm animals and live off of that, but it's not the same. So the vampires are dying out, but they're trying to like stay alive through that. And it's this whole story I thought of where I wanted to do what is unconventional for a vampire. And it literally in the opening scene, I have a vampire that wants to kill himself. So he actually walks into a church and tries to swallow a crucifix as a form of suicide. And it's like that's so the story is full of things where it's like I've never seen a vampire do that. So it's like one big never seen a vampire do that before story
And
But-
this story is trademarked by Fear Frontier.
by Fear Frontier.
Now, is there something that in vampire lore that can't tainted blood?
I mean,
Blood.
it depends because what
Because
is
they're technically
what is
immortal.
vampire lore anymore? So
Have the blood of the dead. they established that in Anne Rice.
Yeah, but I'm talking like if they are tainted blood and disease or something, because they're immortal, can their immortality shake?
I guess in my story they're not
Okay.
immortal. I guess they can die of starvation
Okay.
in my story, but I mean, I was just trying to figure out something original.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because they also don't turn into wolves, or I don't think I haven't turned into bats either. I think uh they're just like bloodthirsty undead that have intelligence. One of them rides a horse at one point. You don't see a lot of vampires on a horse. So there's a whole sequence where he rides a horse, and one of them actually uses a sniper to catch somebody at one point. So there's some unconventional stuff.
Nice.
But if you used a sniper, wouldn't they die? Or do they shoot them in a
No, he's shooting him he's hunting him. He's just trying to get him to slow down so he can catch up to him. But he's like he hides in a cemetery and like snipes people. And it had remember a really creepy sequence where a guy's living in this man's attic, trying to lure him into the attic, and then he finds out one day the man's coughing, and he sees that he puts down a napkin, it's covered in blood, and he's like, "Damn it!" And he's like, "I'm stuck in this guy's attic, and I can't like he's coughing up blood. I probably can't have him." And then it's creepy because the man ends up coming into the attic and the guy doesn't attack him. He just sits there. And so the guy turns and there's like a full length mirror in the attic and he just sees a suit with no reflection. So I kept that part in the vampire, no reflection. So he just sees a suit standing behind him and he freaks out and starts attacking whoever it is. And it's this vampire. And it's just got a lot of weird, unconventional stuff going on. But it's at the root, it's about vampires living underground, creating their own farms and trying to rob hospitals. That's the root of this story.
I will.
Amazing.
Oh, thank you, because I might still make it. I actually wanted to take a chapter or two and turn them into short films, and shoot them in Goldfield. Actually, I just haven't done it yet.
I'm gonna do a short promotional piece. If your animal is healthy, feel free to bring them to
Matt's farm.
No, to donate blood,
To
right?
donate blood.
Yes.
Yes. Arizona Veterinary Emergency Critical and Care Center or Arise. We do blood donations every once in a while. If your baby is basically over a certain weight, they can donate blood. And we are in constant need of blood because we have a lot of very sick critical patients who need transfusions. Thank
transfer,
you.
yeah.
We need blood transfusions. So check us out. And also, if you do this, you get basically a free blood panel on your dog where we test the blood to basically make sure that your dog is healthy, which is good for you and also good for us. So we know if they are good to donate blood. And Matt reminded me of that because he was talking about vampires eating blood from animals. And that's where my mind went.
Is that the first time you've said that?
What?
Any of that?
Yes.
It sounded like a well done commercial.
Oh, thank you.
It's good for
Thank
you.
you.
It's good for us. I literally all you needed was like Celine Dion and someone going for only $1 a day.
No,
You can say
Sir McLaughlin.
Sir McLaughlin, there you go. So one of them, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I promise
That's more
you,
what I
and
meant, yeah.
we have a critical cat who needs a blood transfusion, and we're like, it's type B. It's automatically, we're on the phone with all of our sister hospitals. Like, do you have any cat type B blood? Because that's very rare.
Yeah.
So get your cat tested. If they weigh over a certain amount, and dogs too, if they weigh over a certain amount, I can't remember the exact requirements. But you know, you can save lives, and your puppy can be a part of that, or your kitty can be a part of that. So
Grenache is interested, huh?
Grenache
Hi.
would be a perfect candidate for donating blood.
She's like, I heard my name. She's like,
We
"What?"
actually do simultaneous human and blood donations at the same time.
I cannot donate blood.
I can't either.
I'm too anemic.
I don't weigh enough.
I'm just too big of a wuss to do it.
I
don't know.
I just
Actually,
don't.
I don't know my blood type.
I did my.
I
worked
think
for
I
United-
have at one point.
I worked for United Blood Services for years. I was always doing it, so it's just like I just don't want to do it anymore.
No, that's super valid.
It's funny for someone like
can't
me.
donate blood because I don't weigh enough. So they're always like, you don't weigh enough. We can't take your blood. And I'm like, that's kind of stupid because like I weigh in the healthy range for my height. So I'm like, you can take my blood, but they won't take it.
Well, for me, somebody that's like obsessed with gore, I really have a problem with my own blood. It's funny as crap. It is so funny.
No. I'll be in the car and it'll be like after I've worked a full weekend of work, and I'll be like, I was placing this catheter and I got a flash of blood, and it was crazy because no one else could place this catheter. And he's like, could you not say the B word?
No, it's because
I feel trapped in this car.
okay,
It's
you're
claustrophobic.
making me sound insane. What actually happens is when she starts talking and it's not that. It's because you can talk about animal blood and I don't care. The problem is I don't know how to explain this. If I'm in a confined place where I'm trapped and I can't shake it off, walk off like a car or a movie theater or something like that, a place where I can't just leave, I will start to psych myself out. So when she starts talking about veins and organs, I start to implement it into being a person's, and then it becomes mine, and then I become aware that I have these things, and I can't shake it off while driving, so I start to get in my head and psychologically I start to get queasy. It's this whole thing. It's not just a matter of you saying blood. I'm like, oh, I'm not that bad. But if I'm trapped, and I allow my mind to go towards my own, um, I don't know, anatomy or something.
Yeah, and
I start to like get weird about it. It's a
fun
thing.
fact, this is how I get Matt to leave me alone when I come home from work in the mornings.
Blood, needles.
Which is funny because I'm like,
Did a surgery on a patient and we were, like flushing the wound, and we were getting all this blood back when
you have
we
to
were
talk about like arteries, veins, and weird like soft spots, temples and wrists, and like
Yeah, I'm like, I was placing this catheter in this dog's vein.
needles in the vein.
It
Yeah,
was like bleeding profusely and it wouldn't stop.
which is funny because I'm like, wow, that's gross. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and like it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
I gotta go to a
It's really
Cannibal
funny to
Corpse
me.
show.
I gotta go watch Cannibal Corpse. Like, yeah,
It's really funny to
Corpse
me.
Grinder. and-
yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
That's okay. For all the tattoos Christera has, and she has a lot of tattoos, she's afraid of needles, and she tried to give herself a B12 shot at her house and passed out. I told her, don't do
No,
that.
it's a thing.
Please don't do that by yourself
It's a
again.
very particular thing. Like I can watch all these horror movies and Chloe's losing it and all this heavy metal. But I one time I broke a glass bowl, and I got a piece of glass like the size of like, I don't know. I don't even know what to compare it to. Like no, like the size of like a pen head in my toe and bled and almost passed out.
You should
I don't
have
However,
shard of glass to cut it out.
I was gonna say like it's just,
Use the knife to cut the knife out.
but I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know.
Remember what parody movie it was, but they were spoofing Spider-Man, and the guy got glass in his eye. And he's like, "Here, use this other piece of glass to get that piece out."
It was like Talladega Nights where they used the knife to get the
Yes.
knife out of his
You,
head.
you guys never watch she's gonna roll her eyes because she hasn't seen it yet and she's sick of me talking about it. On HBO, have you ever seen the show Barry?
Yes.
Oh,
I love Barry.
nice. Okay,
Yes.
because she hasn't seen a single episode yet, so no spoilers, but I just finished it. But and this isn't really a spoilery thing, but a guy gets stabbed in the neck, and then you might find this at least interesting medically. He gets stabbed in the neck, but like it psychs him out and he thinks he got poked in the eye. Do you remember that scene?
Don't fight me.
I know you're not paying any attention to me. You know that
I'm sorry for
no,
not.
he gets stabbed in the neck, but he thinks he got poked in the eye. He's like bleeding. He's like, did you poke me in the eye? Like, what the hell? But it's here, and his eye's turning red, and he's just like freaking out. And you're like, wow, this is disturbing. Yeah. I want to get her to watch it, but I have trouble getting her to watch shows. She hasn't seen Barry. She hasn't seen Sopranos. She hasn't seen Breaking Bad. She hasn't seen Saul, but
I am diagnosed with a lot of different mental disorders, but I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, and so it's very hard for me to stay focused on a TV show.
yeah, but if it's good.
Did you watch Bates Motel?
Actually, shockingly, no.
It's really
It is
good.
on my list.
It's really good.
It is on my list. Does it live up to the whole like the the legacy of Psycho, or is it just totally different? Like you got to put yourself in a different place.
It's 5 seasons.
Yeah.
So the first 4 seasons are you're getting to understand Norman and how he is and how his mom is and everything. The 5th season,
I like the actors.
yeah,
Yeah.
the 5th season brings it all back to the movie
Okay.
where Marion checks into the hotel.
Nice.
Yeah.
I plan to watch it. There's several shows I do plan to watch. In fact, it took me weeks, or actually months to almost a year probably to actually get around to watching Barry. Once I do though, I'm like, hey, this is good. Because like there's certain shows that people recommend to me, and there's certain people that I trust. I'm like, okay, well, if you're recommending it to me, but it still takes a year.
Stephen Root's one of my favorite actors. So
Yeah.
he's so
Bates Motel is on the list.
It's good.
Cobra Kai, man.
Yeah. And have you guys ever watched Oz on HBO? That's on my list too, but I don't know anybody that's watched it, but it was very popular when Sopranos was popular.
Mhm.
It kind of was the other show
Yeah.
HBO was doing at the time.
You like
I
watched
it came out
Lilyhammer?
first.
Did you watch Lilyhammer?
Lilyhammer?
It's
I don't think
it's an
so.
offshoot of Sopranos in
We might have
Norway?
talked about it because I've
Norway, I
watched
think, yeah.
I watched Saints of Newark.
Okay.
we can
so
get into that.
Really?
It just
it's not as good.
No.
But it's interesting. It's
No.
it needed more, but it's interesting.
it took away too much from the mobster stuff.
It kind of ruins a little bit of mystique.
Yeah.
And it's there's certain things where we don't need answers. Like I don't need to know how Tony got to be Tony. Like
You haven't seen Godfather still, right?
No.
she hasn't seen,
boy.
like anything. She hasn't seen the Universal Monsters.
I've seen something.
Some things.
I've
That's the thing.
seen
Some things.
things.
She hasn't seen the Universal Monster movies that we were talking about, and only as until recently, she hadn't seen Star Wars.
Have you seen The Exorcist?
Yes.
Okay.
I love the Exorcist.
Okay.
The original Star
Okay.
Wars.
Yeah,
They're
she watched
going
that for the
to-
first time.
This was on Jeopardy.
Ripped.
This
That's
was on Jeopardy
Chiron.
the other night, and it was this character didn't get a medal at the end of a 77 movie,
Chewy.
and they corrected it in a book later. Who was it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize Chewie didn't
Yeah.
get a.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
it's
that.
the first
My
time that
dad
me
has
and Matt-
mentioned that.
Me and Matt watched the movie. I was like, why did Chewie not get a medal? And he's like, that's a huge controversy. And I was like, I'm very upset because Chewie did just as much as everyone else.
Even gets
Rito
a
never
filler
shot.
line.
in a medal.
Yeah. Although that scene's been re-edited.
Gosh, stop. Sit down. Going back to The Exorcist, they are going to remake it with
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson in it.
Scarlett Johansson's still
Was the mom-
relevant.
I don't think that'll work very well.
No,
Who's doing it? Do we know?
I don't know.
I
but
swear if it's
the-
Blumhouse or
the
something, I swear.
original's perfect. Just leave
But-
it.
They tried to redo it with David Gordon Green or Adam Gordon Green. Who cares what his name is? He's a talentless hack that doesn't belong anywhere near a horror movie. Like a pedo near a school. He doesn't need to be near a horror movie.
Or a park. Let's not discriminate.
Or it's okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why they would let him do Exorcist after what he did to Halloween. But we should have. My point is, we should have learned a lesson there. Exorcist does not need to continue. That it irritates me. I don't even know who's involved.
What are your worst favorite remakes? Any genre.
Well, it's tricky because like the Halloween the David Gordon, is it David? Who cares? Whoever his name is, he
Is
doesn't
that
matter.
the talentless hack?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
talentless hack. His Halloween trilogy technically is original. They're sequels, but they're kind of considered reboots. That if that counts, that is a serious nominee. Halloween Ends is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Danny McBride is involved with that. And I listened to one of the audiobooks. I'm like, what the fuck did I just listen
No.
to this?
This is the thing. There are people that defend Halloween Ends, and they're like, "I'm a Halloween fan. I've been a Halloween fan for 25 years, whatever. I don't care." They're like, "Halloween Ends. You just don't get it." And I'm like, if I could speak to Green, whatever his name is, David Gordon Green, and if I could say one sentence to him, I'd be like, "So, I don't know how you got to direct Halloween, but why do you hate Halloween? What did Halloween do to you? Like, yeah, that is how I feel about it. That is how, and he would probably be like, well, no,
I'm Michael Myers, motherfucker.
yeah, we're going in a new direction. And I'm like, no. I don't know if you are aware of it or not, but you hate Halloween. You must hate Halloween.
No, I was just going to say, when it comes to disagreements between me and Matt, there are very few things that we ever disagree on, and one of them is movies. And I am a huge fan of the Evil Dead remake. Granted, I have never seen the original
Granted,
Evil Dead.
that's the thing. Until
It's
so
like-
it doesn't really.
It's like someone saying Vince Vaughn is such a good Norman Bates.
Yeah, without seeing.
100%, I fully agree. I fully agree. But I will once again blame Matt because he hasn't shown me the original Evil Dead. So that's his fault. It's his responsibility to choose movies.
Here's the thing: there's a cathillion movies that are watching, and we don't always have. Okay, yeah, she's like, well, I hadn't shown me Evil Dead, but I have shown you Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and a fillion other movies. So that Evil Dead's just one of those.
We'll get on it.
I'll watch. Put it on right now, right on this podcast. We're gonna watch the whole movie right now, 1 and 2,
He's in 2.
because 2. Speaking of 2, 2 is actually the one that most people are going to borrow from. I like Army of Darkness too.
Original, I do love the Evil Dead movies.
Here's the thing: the Evil Dead remake, love it or in fact, I'm not even gonna insult it. I don't like it. I'm not gonna insult it because
I'm not gonna insult it,
No,
but I hate
I just
it.
want to know because if anyone's listening, I don't want them to think I like it. But here's the thing: it's played semi-serious. It's a teen slasher, but the original's a comedy. The remake didn't do the comedy thing.
It's campy.
Yeah, they made it serious, and that's not Evil Dead. Sam Raimi did the original, and it's super campy. He was just as much inspired by Three Stooges as he was any horror film, but.
I don't love horror comedies.
No, but
You have Netflix?
Evil Dead is the horror comedy. It's the one that wrote the book on how you combine real horror with real comedy. Like bloody horror, but funny. You're laughing at the audacity like you would at Cannibal Corpse lyrics. Not like ha ha, that's a funny joke then horror. It's more like the horror is the comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have
I'm
you,
gonna
The
take your word
punchline
for
is
it.
how ridiculous it is.
Do you have Netflix?
Eyeballs flying across the room and
Yeah,
landing
we
in
do.
people's mouths.
So
stuff.
one that you might like, and Sam Raimi is attached to it, is the Spartacus series.
oh,
Yeah.
that's so good.
Okay.
Sam Raimi's a part of it.
There's
Nice.
a lot of blood.
Yeah.
I love blood in whatever I'm watching. If,
Wait, she
if
says
it's
it.
not bloody and gore, I'm not that involved.
So good.
Is
Not entirely true. You mean when it comes to certain genres? She does like her gore, but I mean, there's a lot of non-gory stuff to like.
Oh, but like I love
You just
blood,
film blood.
blood and
have you seen
She-
Cabin Fever?
Have you seen Kevin?
The,
Fever?
the original? When the girl
I know
shaves
she
her-
likes like
I've
Eli
played the
Roth.
role.
Green
really
Inferno.
familiar, but I'm not entirely
It's about
sure.
like a skin disease.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's also like 90s cheese, or is it 2000s? Cheesy, but it's fun.
2000s.
Wait, that
No,
is
but
Eli
like-
Roth, isn't it? Isn't that like his first movie? Yeah.
No, but
it's the same director as Green Inferno.
I love Eli Roth. Like Green Inferno is a comfort movie to me. Like when I'm sick and I can't go to work, I'll watch Green Inferno.
Yeah.
Like I'm that type of person.
There's
Did you watch Hostel? Have you seen Hostel?
We have not watched Hostel, but I've seen it.
Okay, so because that's Eli Roth as well. That was like his breakout film technically.
Yeah, I'm not as big a fan as Hostel. as,
Hostel
like,
doesn't have a
his
lot
other
of
movies.
story. It's like more shock than story. Yeah.
Like Saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like the
It
first
depends
two Saw.
which
I like the
Saw
first
movies you're
I like the
thinking
first two
of.
Saw movies.
I'm just it.
But yeah.
That's to a point where it's like, okay, now we're just
No,
going.
no, no,
Well,
no,
yeah.
Stop.
The further into Saw you get, I saw 4 or 5 right in there. I kind of check out like we're just doing this.
My
and that's-
sister-
Mr. Bennington dies. That's pretty cool.
My sister, who
Dark.
is a huge Saw fan, love her to death. Shout out if you're listening. She loves all of the Saw movies, so I have seen all of the Saw movies
Even Spiral.
multiple times. No, she does not love Spiral.
Nobody loves Spiral.
Yeah, but Saw is like a
I haven't
family
seen-
favorite.
I haven't seen Saw like 8, 9, 10. I really checked out after a while.
There's that many of them.
I think there's 10. There's 10, right?
I saw the newest one that
What is
came
like
out
Fast
in
and Furious
theaters.
going like, oh, okay, challenge accepted.
Yeah, I think there's literally 10 Saws. I
Speaking
could
of
be
a
wrong about that.
ridiculous franchise, Fast and Furious.
Oh, I haven't seen past
do
the
believe
first
10.
one.
What's the most tame movie that you like?
Tame?
Just like one that we just
Like-
didn't expect.
Like a feel good or a love story. just a
yeah,
feel good.
romance.
There are definitely love stories I like, but they do tend to be darker, more philosophical love stories, like Punch Drunk Love. You ever seen that?
Never
have you-
seen the Sandler serious movie.
Have you
It's,
seen
Punch Drunk Love is great, but it's also Paul Thomas Anderson, who's a great filmmaker. Okay, like a film you wouldn't think I would like. What? You know what? What's a
No.
film?
Giggling because my comfort movies are Everest, which is about the 1994 disaster on
Uh-huh.
Everest that killed the most people that have ever died on Everest, and Saving Private Ryan. So, like, I am a horrible person to ask for comfort movies or like least violent or chaotic movies because my favorite are like two of the most intense movies you can watch.
have you ever watched Lars and the Real Girl?
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Man.
Have you ever seen Her with Joaquin Phoenix?
No.
It's very rare that I say this, but great movie. I'll never watch it again.
Yeah.
I rarely say that because it hit me in some emotional place that I don't like.
That's like
revisiting.
Deliverance for me. Like
Yeah.
one and done. I'm good.
We need to watch
I haven't
Deliverance.
seen that.
We
I
haven't seen
haven't
it.
seen it
I
either.
haven't seen it either.
Okay, you know even what it is?
No, but
I'll get-
maybe we could do a movie night of it.
Oh, if we would do a movie, we need to watch Aliens. If you haven't seen Aliens,
No, I have not.
That's
Aliens
No, if we're
is
doing movie, I'm
good.
doing Godfather.
That
or
too.
or Young Frankenstein or
That
both.
too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You don't know what Deliverance is, but I will give you a line and you will be surprised that how many times you've heard dialogue from it. In fact, there's a Primus song that
And
quotes it.
Real like
And yeah,
And
I'll say. Well, I was gonna say anytime someone jokingly goes, "You ain't from around here, are you?" Or
Yeah.
"You got a pretty mouth."
Now.
Yeah.
That's Deliverance. That's Deliverance. No, but in Primus, My Name is Mud.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where you going, city boy?
Yeah.
That's Deliverance. That's the
Yeah.
movie Deliverance.
It's crazy. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's a
my favorite
disturbing
band
atmosphere.
quote it.
It's a disturbing film about people in the Ozarks.
Oh, I love that shit.
One
But
Flew
it-
Over the Cuckoo's Nest is another.
Oh, I love that movie.
I've never
No.
seen it.
I watched that
I-
movie over.
I
and
have
over.
to be in a
To watch
really
it.
good
It's a mood.
Yeah,
It's a
you
mood.
have to be in a really good
But
mood to
it's
do it.
good.
Do not be depressed and watch
Yeah.
it.
And see,
Fucked up.
One
Yeah.
Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is like one of those things that's on my watch list, but it's
I want to
still
watch
very
Chinatown with you
it's
first.
still very
Never seen that. Is
Chinatown. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. So talk about comfort films that are disturbing. Town.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is still very disturbing for me because it's only been like, gosh, I was discharged from
Yeah,
the
we
mental
know.
hospital at like in like January
yeah.
or February.
It's February.
So it's
This is
still.
This is a different type of.
I love that you know that.
Well, it was after Dream Theater.
Yeah, it was after
Yeah.
Dream Theater. I literally
One.
The next
I
day,
committed
right?
myself.
That was a
to-
dark
Yeah.
chapter in
Yeah.
our lives. Not
committed myself-
not dark towards each other, just dark in our lives.
Yeah.
Sad time.
I committed myself the day after Dream Theater. I literally was like, I will commit myself, but it'll have to be the day after this date. And so
So the
What
whole
you
time we're
are
watching
thinking
Dream
that
Theater, that's
it's
on our
so
mind.
difficult.
We're not.
You got a cord there, baby.
Just gotta-
There's more to the movie than that, though. There's some happy stuff in it too.
There is, but
I mean, it's
I always tell people be in a good mood when you watch it, because if you're depressed when you
Yeah.
watch it, you'll just
And I don't ever want to disqualify admitting yourself to like
no, that's not what you're saying.
hospital
especially
like
now.
going to a hospital. Now it's a much different experience, and it genuinely like being in the hospital. I was in there for 6 days, and it was genuinely an experience that helped me so much. And so like I fully support people who are like reaching out for that help. However, that movie will definitely touch on some of those topics, which I am sensitive to.
My grandma in the 70s and 80s, early 80s, in and out of mental wards in California. And the the treatment for it then it was just shock therapy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or lobotomy. Seriously.
Well, she never had a lobotomy, but every time
Yeah.
she was in it was shock therapy.
Yep.
So
And that's
I don't know what she went through,
Yeah.
but
and
Talk
I'm
about that a lot with back
Yeah.
then is that's why people were afraid to even say anything because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you're crazy. That's it. There was no
Even-
you're either normal or you're crazy.
I want to make a movie about that too, like a really good movie about out of touch vintage like mental health
a
treatment.
vampire with mental health
and even
during the
honestly,
bloodborne disease.
Yeah.
era.
honestly, even with the advancements that we've had in mental health treatment, like I've been on, I want to say 7 to 9 different antipsychotics for my schizophrenia. And even with the advancements that we've had, I've considered electroshock therapy because these medications just don't work for me. And obviously it's a very different treatment now than it was in like the 70s, but it's still crazy that we are still using the same treatments. And I think that's a certain part of science that still has not been touched on enough
Mhm.
is mental health treatment.
Mhm.
And I don't think that shock therapy should be the go-to for people who don't respond to medication
Mhm.
well. And I think that's really scary, like you talked about
Yeah.
with your grandmother,
My
right?
grandmother, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember when my grandmother was a lot younger, they tried to put her on lithium. And even so, lithium is a very dangerous drug to take.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they only like nowadays they only prescribe that to people who like really don't respond to other medications. And I think that's really, I don't know. I don't think there's enough scientific research into mental illness as much as there is into other issues that might not need as much research.
I agree.
That's just my humble opinion. But
Yep.
But what about the ketamine treatment? How was that versus other treatments?
I can say ketamine treatments, I fully, with like 100% of my heart, recommend them to people with severe depression.
Mhm.
I had a pretty bad experience like 2 treatments ago, where I was still pretty messed up on the drug. And I texted Matt because I was very afraid and very like fearful, and I wanted him near me
From the ketamine?
I was in the
from the ketamine
I was
because I was still on the trip,
Okay.
basically. But regardless, I think that ketamine, the thing that people commonly get confused about ketamine treatments is that the trip is the important part, which it's not.
Right.
The important part is actually that it's rewiring
Your-
the
yeah, right.
pathways of your brain. So even if you have a horrible trip, you can still benefit from the rewiring of your brainwave, of your neurological pathways. And I can genuinely say nothing has treated my depression related to my bipolar disorder as well as ketamine. And I can say, like, genuinely, that is one of the best things. And I do not look forward to ketamine. It is always a not very fun experience. I have to go home, I have to sleep because I'm nauseous and I'm tired and I'm still feeling the effects of the drug. But genuinely, the effect that it has had on my brain and the way that I have been able to function at work and the way that I have been able to function in my social life has greatly improved. So, like, genuinely, anyone listening who has treatment resistant depression or bipolar disorder or anything like that, I cannot recommend ketamine therapy enough.
Yeah. So if this is too personal, just say
Oh,
no.
no, I don't.
So
talking out of
what
turn at all.
happens when it's administered? What do you go through? What do you see?
So that's actually a really interesting question, because I've tried to document it. I have a lot of friends at my job who are actually going to school for psychology.
Mhm.
There's a weird connection between vet med and psychology. But basically, you get a specific dose based off your weight,
Mhm.
and they give it in 2 parts. So for me, I get 1 milliliter of ketamine total. They give me 0.6, and then 10 minutes later, they give me 0.4. It kicks in about 4 minutes after it's administered. And basically, right away, you start going into sort of like a separate state of being, almost where you're not you. Like you're seeing your life from an outside perspective. Um, and it's a very weird experience because you can think about what you're going through, but not from your perspective. So like for me, like I was like very focused on the fact that my last ketamine appointment, it was one day after my dog, who I had to rehome, is one day after his birthday.
Mhm.
So I was very focused on like my brain was still caught on that.
Right.
So I was very focused on that. And so I very much saw, almost from an outsider perspective, like I was looking through a window, I could see my dog with his new family
Mhm.
and how happy he was.
Okay.
And so it's very weird how it like twists your brain. And it's almost like you're falling. I've heard people who use ketamine as like a street drug
Mhm.
refer to it as a K-hole. That's what they call ketamine. And that's sort of what happens. You sort of fall into it. And the deeper you go, the more you're kind of confronting these feelings that you've had for several weeks, months, years. You're dealing with those feelings up front, and there's no sort of escaping it. You just kind of have to write it out. But it's not, when you're on ketamine, you're not really yourself. You're looking at everything in your life from an outside perspective. You're sort of out of body. And I think it's been one of the most helpful experiences because I've looked at myself and my life from an outside perspective, and I've seen, hey, only 10 to 15% of people with my disorder can actually work a job, much less full time.
Mhm.
And so, looking from an outside perspective, when I'm on ketamine, I'm like, I'm working a full time job. Not only am I working a full time job, I'm excelling at a full time job. I have a very stable relationship with my partner, which is very rare with my disorder as well.
Mhm.
And so,
And you have a lot of friends.
exactly. And I have friends, I have connections with people who I love and who I deeply care for. And being able to sort of see that from an outside perspective, like literally looking at my life as if I am a stranger looking at my life, it's almost refreshing
Mhm.
the way you see how well you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's genuinely a beautiful experience to go through. And it's very, very tough because sometimes, like, my psychosis kicks in. I get paranoid. I feel like I'm being watched. I feel like I'm being surveilled by like the government or something stupid like that. It's only when I'm on ketamine that I feel that way. But when I'm like more centered, I can see the ways in which I've succeeded. And it's a beautiful experience. Um, and even if you have, I think one of the biggest things with ketamine is people get scared of when they have a bad experience, when they have a trip, basically.
Mhm.
But regardless of even if you have a bad experience on the ketamine, it's still rewiring the neurological pathways in your brain.
Mhm.
So it's still beneficial. So I think that's just the biggest thing to take away. But I've been very grateful for the experience that I've had. my psychiatric hospital that has been treating me has done a fantastic job. God bless Matt, because he's been there for every appointment. He picks me up, he takes me home. He makes sure I get in bed because I always need a nap after ketamine. And he's like my safe space. So even when I'm on ketamine and I'm having a bad experience, I always remind myself, Matt's right outside.
Mhm.
He's right out there. If I need anything, he's right there. But I genuinely think it's a huge help for anyone with chronic depression or bipolar disorder or anything like that.
Yeah, because it seems like it shows you your worth, your value.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a really incredible advancement in the field of mental health treatment.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, of course.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I think that a lot of people are scared to talk about the mental health treatment that they go through
Mhm.
when they're going through it, but I think that the most important thing I can do is share and help people who are searching for help find help.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Because I know you, Justin, you've said you would be afraid to do it. Yeah.
I remember the first time I brought it up, like, that's what killed Matthew Perry.
Oh,
I'm like, whoa.
That
was the
is
icebreaker.
that is
Right.
what killed Matthew Perry, so be careful with
Well,
who your doctors are.
However, though, I think the report said he had had like 48 doses of it in like 2 days' time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I have one dose of it. I have one dose of it every 2 weeks.
Right.
And basically, after my next 2 treatments, I'm going to have one dose of it every 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Well, luckily, the people that administered that to him are in prison for a long time now.
as they should
And
be.
it happened because his stepfather is from Dateline, and you don't fuck around with those reporters from Dateline. He was relentless in the fact that he's like, someone killed my stepson.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it would have just been, oh, Matthew Perry overdosed.
Yeah.
And that's so sad because, like, even in veterinary medicine, ketamine is a drug we
Oh,
use so
I
often.
had a
Speaking of
coworker-
good vampire movies, though,
I had a coworker in California that was taking ketamine all the time.
Buffy, probably the best death on film with Paul Rubens.
It's been so.
Big segue.
It's no, it's
Well, because you brought it, wasn't
no. I mean, we're talking about vampires and
We went
Vampires.
from my coworker.
wasn't he the one that was in that?
yeah, it was the Paul Rubens.
Matthew Perry?
No,
Oh, Matthew
no,
Perry.
Luke Perry. Totally.
Oh.
I thought you were
I-
just randomly bring up vampires.
I-
We talked about
Same
vampires
one.
earlier.
I get mixed up.
Matthew
Vampires, blood,
Matthew-
Paul
I don't know.
Rubens, all.
Chandler on Friends.
Oh.
Wait,
Oh,
oh my gosh, his death.
He's the one that impregnated my girl.
yes.
What?
Selma Hayek in the one movie. What was that movie called?
I can't remember.
Impregnate Andrea?
Oh, I'm not the girl.
Oh my god.
It's Selma Hayek.
Yeah.
Filthy whore.
She's in a really good vampire.
Anyway, talking about my coworker that used to take ketamine, she would insert it into areas of her body to take it home because her husband would check her pockets, her purse, and so she was like, he's not going to check there.
The one place he wouldn't look, which is actually a little weird. When you break it
Yeah.
So she had a mastiff, and she was constantly calling the vet and getting ketamine prescriptions written for her mastiff, and she was taking it.
What veterinarian is prescribing outside
Oh,
treatments of ketamine?
I'm telling you, man, the things that she was taking, it was amazing. So I worked in an animal shelter,
Yeah.
and she was high as fuck one day. And she had worked with the county for like 17 years. So she was bulletproof. What's
Yeah,
county?
Is this your
basically.
prior one?
Yes,
Okay.
you know who I'm talking about.
Sure.
I'm not going to say the name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Don't call me.
Yes, exactly. She was high as fuck and she was working dispatch that day and she kept getting on the radio and she was trying to call officers, but all she could say was stuff like that. And then she took a break and went outside the shelter and laid down on the sidewalk and fucking passed out. And I told the director, you need to fucking drug test her now. And I was really good friends with her. And I was like, you need to drug test. She's like, I can't single her out. I said, then fucking drug test everybody. I'm willing. Let's go right now. I'll take a drug test.
You three, yeah.
Yeah. Because she was bulletproof and she had so many years in, she got rehab. And then they left her job open for her. But man, it was fucking intense because at one point I went to the dentist. No. Uh, maybe it was the dentist. And they gave me painkillers, and I never take painkillers. And she's like, "My brother could really use those. I'll buy those from you." I'm like, I'm not fucking buying your story. I know what you're doing. I know they would be for you, and I'm flushing them down the toilet. She's like, "No, no, no, no. I'll give you $150."
My gosh.
Well, see, that reminds me.
And for one moment, I thought, you'd be a drug dealer.
Yeah. Not easy.
But you can get one count for
People-
every single one of those too.
That's the funny thing is like I am prescribed benzodiazepines. I've been on benzodiazepines basically since I started treatment for my schizoaffective disorder. And it doesn't really affect me nowadays because I'm very used to taking them. So I take one pill in like when I wake up, and then I take another pill when I go to sleep. But I have had so many people be like, "You're on Xanax. Can I buy one from you?" I'm not gonna sell you my Xanax. But that reminds me,
Give them an astronomical number to see if they'll still do it. It's like $3,000.
$1,000 a pill.
Yeah.
Oddly enough,
$1,000 a pill.
1,000 is what I thought of too. I don't know why.
That's weird.
That's literally the number that went in my head. I don't know why.
Sounds like a good number.
Yeah.
I know Matt's gonna be my drug dealer if I ever decide to go into the business. Gosh.
I think Matt and I are thinking
We're
Dream
not
Theater tickets,
high
meet and
enough.
greet, and a lot of merch.
Everything. That's the only reason I won't even own businesses, so I can just go to like concerts and stuff. That's all I care about.
Yeah, Matt's like, what? I need to make money so that I can pay for your treatments.
Yeah.
Go to concerts.
Take care of you, go to metal shows, and buy retro video games. That's it. That I will work my ass off for that.
So tell
That's
your
pretty much what I do,
pharmacist
yeah.
you
Yeah.
accidentally dropped your prescription down the sink.
I guess now I'm a drug dealer.
Matt and I are both just $3,000 on each corner. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm on Klonopin now.
No, seriously, if you could ever sell one pill for $3,000, take it. Just take it. Do it.
My job's not listening to this, but if someone offered me $3,000 for one Klonopin, I would take that so fast.
Yeah.
Because I don't even take that every day.
But I won't because I'm not a drug dealer.
But
Disclaimer.
disclaimer, I'm
Audio
a drug
wink.
dealer.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if you're listening and you want some,
Oh, 555
Frontier LLC.
yeah, I know.
Feel every time I talk to my coworker, like I have a ketamine treatment because the other week I covered a Friday day shift. So I worked overnights. But I covered a Friday or a Saturday day shift. And we saw 42 cases that day. I was the only outpatient technician. So I personally saw 42 cases. And they were like, you should move to day shift. Like, we'd appreciate you so much. And I was like, if I move to day shift, I lose my overnight differential. So I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But they were like, if we called you in, and I said, you can call me in every other week. Because every other week I have ketamine. And you don't want me coming in high on ketamine. Because Matt can tell you when I'm high on ketamine, I'm a very different person. I'm hungry and I want to go to bed. Those are my two main things.
If anyone else wants to sell like that, $3,000.
No,
Like,
You want
go
a
store with a
burrito
front.
and a nap.
like they have a new like Bordello Ghost Store. Yeah, Bordello Ghost Store. That's it. Bordello Ghost Store.
no, and I can tell you, ketamine or an IV drip. So basically, for getting the medications intravenously, it's $300 to $400, and insurance will not cover it. So you have to pay out of pocket, which sucks so much. But when you get an intramuscular dose, insurance will cover it. So, that's probably like the craziest thing, is having to pay like a crazy amount of money to get it directly in my vein, and then having to pay like nothing to get it just like stabbed in my arm.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm used to, is just getting it stabbed in my arm. And then Matt picks me up. Matt takes me there. Matt picks me up. And then afterwards I'm like, baby, I'm so tired.
And
And I want some chicken. I want some chicken bites.
Yeah. Gas station food will do.
some turkey, some hot peanuts,
No, that's honestly what it is.
donuts.
Pretty much like yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
On music stuff or whatever else.
Oh my
All right.
god, that was hilarious.
I could eat some food.
Drumming up
I mean,